Okay, so video for the KZ. Hold on just a second here. Power on. All right, connected. I love RGB lights, as you can see. You can see. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. The KZ ESX is the latest KZ. That's like every 2 weeks somebody somewhere on a video could be saying that, because they release stuff quite frequently. Let's take a look at the frequency response real quick before we continue. Slow roll. It's got a lot of bass. It's a bassy set. It comes all the way down to the gain, the ear gain region, and then launches from there. It's got a little bit of extra energy in the upper mids, but that's kind of compensating for the bass. Basically, I'm saying that this is a V tuning. It's got a driver inside that I believe is about 12 millimeters. It's obviously a little bit larger if you're familiar with KZs and you take a look at this. After looking at it, I checked online and realized, oh, they're using a different and larger driver. The sound quality sounds pretty good, actually. It is a set that is bass dominant, and it's most appropriate for EDM, trip hop, hip hop. That's where it shines. It's got a good slam. The mids aren't a wreck, but they're not. If you're focused on having uncompromised high quality mids, this wouldn't be a set, and that graph should give that away to you. So this is really a set that is best suited for the genres I just mentioned. Not as much for something like classic rock and roll, where you got vocalists all the time, plus you've got a drummer, plus you've got a bassist, plus you've got synthesizers or other, you got pianos, a lot of competing instruments in the area that can create a sense of kind of mud or bloat. This would probably be not good for it, and in my personal short evaluation of it, I thought that this isn't really great for the bulk of my library, but for hip hop and reggae, it actually does pretty good. So this is, I believe it's between $20 and $30. There might already be a set out there replacing this one, so it's, if you're familiar with KZ, you know that that's the way it goes, and it's not a problem. I think this on its own, for the right libraries, is actually a pretty good set. That's that set, and it's got a coin. I'd like to cash it in and get something for this, but it's just a coin. So moving on. The next thing is the KZ GP20, and it is an interesting set because it is actually built quite well. If you put it on your head, which you would do because it's a headphone, you see what I did there? It really does well at blocking out outside sound. I have a air conditioner on my right side that's going very strong because it's quite hot in Japan. It's blocking that out pretty much completely. You've got a 3.5 jack right here. You've got the on and off button. You've got an M button that I believe is for mode, so that you can switch between 2.4 or 5.0 gigahertz for the wireless transmission. It's got a volume wheel. I really think this is kind of ghetto, but I love it because it's so absolutely simple to just, buttons for volume are a pain in the neck. This is just a wheel, and you can do it really quick. On the opposite side, we got the mic button, indicator, and USB-C for charging. Let me talk about this real quick. So you've got your wireless modes, 50 millimeter driver, 68 hours of battery life, multi-device connection, RGB colorful light effect. Most people look at that and laugh, and I'm just like, oh yeah, RGB, welcome to the family. Here's the thing, listening to this set, I was taken aback slightly. Listening to Menace to Society was lacking energy in the low end. That's the soundtrack to Menace to Society. I was very surprised because it's a closeback, number one. Number two, it's 50 millimeters. Number three, it's KZ, so I expected, if anything, this was going to be bass domineering, or overbearing maybe. Not the case at all. Not enough low frequency, not even what it actually should be. If I listen to IEMs, or that K371's here for a reason. If I listen to something that had reasonable bass, not too much, but reasonable, I would get those, the replay that I'm expecting, because that's how it was mastered and produced. Which led me to a question to ask in this video. Is it possible for the K371 to get mic'd up? because I'm going to do a video for the 371, because for $100, this set really totally shocked me. I bought this almost 2 years ago when Metal 571, I think is his name, was hyping it up, and I was on my Harman rant, and I was like, I'm going to check that out, and then I just moved along because that's what I got. I got ADHD. I finally decided to give this a listen, and it was, I couldn't believe it. And then checking the price and the build quality, and that is an excellent set. I don't know what in its price range is better than it, but this will play hip-hop fine. It'll do the Menace to Society without a problem. It'll play Elton John with pianos and vocals fine. It'll do pretty much everything. It's a jack of all trades. It's got an obviously good driver. If you could put a mic on that, that would be a great affordable gaming headset. I don't know about the wireless, but if you could put a mic on that. So in the comment section, do you want to see a video for that, first of all? And also, can you mic that up? Because this is, the build quality is fine. The controls are simple. It was easy as pie to connect it. The sound quality is, it's lacking in the low end. I can't believe I'm saying that, but using my library, starting on the left side, Tupac and Menace Society and other stuff, it seems to be lacking. I wouldn't pick it for gaming myself. I'm not even jumping on it. I just thought it was it brought this to my mind. Could that be used for gaming? So GP20, $60. It's not a wreck. Its build quality is actually pretty decent. It isolates very well. It seems to be lacking in the low end and have a kind of nasally vocal replay. So the tuning is a little bit off. But if you're, at a net cafe and you're gaming out, I don't know how critical you're going to be about that stuff. But I am, actually, because I can't get that out. When you plug this in, you're going to have to give up the lights, because that's just the way it is. There we go. And then let me turn it off. Oh, it's power on. Oh, okay, no, I don't want you connected. Power off. Yeah, we're out now. Okay, that's 2 KZs. I didn't bash them. Why would I? That's a $20 set roughly. It's pretty good for certain libraries. That's $60. Not as familiar with gaming headsets. It's not bad. Sound quality is not that great. Build quality is pretty good. Is this competitive in its price range? I'll educate myself on sound quality. No, it's not horrible. I won't comment further than that. I would love for this to have a mic on it, or be able to be mic'd up, because that would be an awesome, better alternative to that. So I'll leave it at that, and I'm out.